So you want to know how to make an efficient base, right? Well, as you can see, we completely deleted our base and we're going to be actually building up all of this to create a super interesting and completely reliable base that's going to hopefully treat us pretty well. So we'll start by building out the main foundations, obviously, because we're going to want to make sure that we get the base of it down. And honestly, I'm just going to fill as much as I can out. And I did a similar build to what I'm going to do now on my live stream. However, it didn't really work, so I'm expanding it and making it bigger. So as you can see, we've built a huge foundation that we're going to build upon. And we're going to want to build around most of this. However, because this is technically the entrance, I'm going to use this bit so we can just easily get on top of the structure that I'm going to make. However, essentially what we're trying to build here is all of the stuff that we need at the bottom. So we're going to have all the mechanics and the building stuff, all of this stuff just down here so that we can build all of this super easy and we'll be able to farm everything up all while being at the same base. However, it can also be our main base and we can do everything else here, and I'm going to show you how once we've built up the walls. Okay, and now we've got the walls actually built up, we can start to build inside of the base, but I'm just going to put a roof over the top so that we have the full structure built, and then we can get to work on the inside. Okay, so now we have the ceiling built on top, and now we can move down into the inside. So as you can see, we've kind of done the inside. We have the big farming section here. We've got the berries, 4 lots of berries, 2 lots of wheat, 2 lots of lettuce, and 2 lots of tomato, which I think is more than enough than you'll need for all 3 of your bases, as well as a nice ranch setup, depending if we need, because if the thing is, right, this is our main base. If we have a lot of food and that can wait, but we are in need of eggs, wool, anything, I could just fill these up with as many chickens, lambs, anything that I want, just to get all of that. So if I want, I can put all production into that and we can get them as quick as we can, or all production into this, or we can separate between them. Either works. And then we've got these production. Yes, I haven't quite upgraded because I've only just sort of got to the point where I can start making proper electronics, and I don't have a quartz thing. So either next episode or the episode after, we're going to be looking at removing our original farm base, which is here. So this is the farm base. We're just going to remove that because we shouldn't need it now that we have the farm here. And then I'm going to build another base, which is probably going to be on quartz, because I think we're going to need a lot of that. And then, yeah, so we can come back from the mining base as well. Literally go into here and go, right, start cooking it all. I'm not going to do that now, because I don't know whether I need refined or not yet. I'm just going to wait to get a lot. But I think this is a pretty good, solid base, because we can start building up the rest of it. These are going to be longer, so I've left room for them. And we can also have all this room for other storage or just for things to easily get across. Because right now we have all 15 beds placed down, so they can get all around. They should easily be able to get from here to here and over here without getting stuck on anything. That's the theory. So let's test that theory, and we are going to want to start getting these guys in, because I desperately want to make sure that we are going all in, getting everything we can. So Vixies, maybe I don't really need the Vixies, mainly the cows and the honey and the chickens. So right now, like I said, we're just going to want to focus on certain things. I don't really need too much from the farms. We're getting milk, we're going to get some honey, we're going to get eggs. That's all I really need, so I can put more eggs in, I guess. We're going to need more of them. We need a lot of wheat and a lot of lettuce and thingy, because I like to make lettuce and tomatoes, sorry, because I like to make salads to feed everybody up, and that looks like a decent amount, to be fair, so we don't need to go too hard on that. But if we can just get these out as quick as possible, it comes across pretty good. However, I know you're saying, oh, this is a simple build. It is simple, but it is also really efficient, because everybody can access all sides. You've got the whole middle to do with what you want, and not only that, but don't forget, we have the breeding and stuff to do yet, and you're like, oh, how are we going to do the breeding? Well, I'll tell you how we do the breeding right now, because this is what makes it the most efficient base that I've seen, is that everything can fit there. And then with the breeding, we're just going to put it on top. And you're going to maybe think that it looks ugly or possibly looks really bad. But in actual fact, you probably didn't think that this whole base on top, oops, wrong one. This whole like roof on top is going to actually be a full base. So it's not like, oh, we just have a bit of breeding on top. No, this is going to be built up. I want my house on top of here. I want to build like possibly like basically a little town on top of here. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I think that's a super cool way of doing things. And on top of that, we have 2 breeding farms. So like it is 100% worth it. Because you come up from here. This is the side. So we have plenty of room just for the breeding here, and then on top of that, this is where the little my house is going to be, other houses, anything else we need, any other bits of storage. You can keep going with the amount of levels that we're going to go up. I think the condenser is going to want to go here. It makes sense because this is where we do everything. So let's get you here. But then, yeah, I'll probably make a little room for the eggs because I don't want just an egg incubator. It looks a bit naff. But, oh, saying that, now we can get rid of these cakes. And they're not going to spoil. I keep having to, like, make sure they don't spoil. But yeah, we got the cakes. So, you know, I think we've got a good amount. And if I do a quick flyover, that's a small area that they are taking up on the top of the base. And this is going to be built up to have housing and stuff on top. So I'm going to be able to put my own house and everything else on top of there. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to look cool. But not only that, we have everything we should ever need. The only thing we don't is an ore farm. And technically, if I built this on a place with ore, there's that much free room here that I could probably leave the ore here, right? I could delete these 4 maybe, or wherever it fits, and this can all be the ore. Like, it works. I think it works perfectly, and it's a really efficient way of managing your base. I do want to build a chest here because I don't want to forget that. But as you can see, like, these are all getting to work and doing their thing. They're already harvesting and doing everything. It's already working perfectly, and I don't really need too much more. I am going to make more eggs though, because you can't go wrong with more eggs, and just while we have them we might as well do it. However, yeah, I think this is a really efficient way of building your base, and although right now it doesn't look phenomenal, like, we still have a kitchen to make and stuff like that, so we have room here to put all the kitchen stuff down, because obviously I can't do that. We have all the room here to extend these production lines out, because I know they're going to be longer. We have all of these to make sure that we can put as many ranch pals that we want, or we can get as much going as possible in the farm because we need all of that. Or we can just put them to work on this. Not that you need this, like, I just put this here to fill up a bit of room. I might get rid of it when it comes to, like, filling out the kitchen and doing all that, because we still have stuff to make, like the electric kitchen we don't have. Haven't made any electric pots, so I guess I'll put them in place of where they're gonna go, because right now that's all we've got. So we'll get them both down. But yeah, let me know what you think and what kind of bases you do. If you're looking for, like, a super efficient base that is not gonna, like, pals shouldn't get in the way of things, they're not gonna get stuck everywhere, I think this is it. You literally just build as wide as you can, as much as you want, outwards. I wouldn't go smaller than this. I really wouldn't. I tried a small one on my live stream and it's like things get stuck everywhere and it just wasn't fun. This, they're working super well. The Yormantides luckily have a load of room. I can work a Yormantide Ignis in here when I need to and just start lighting them up, but for now we don't need that. But yeah, nothing's getting stuck, everything's open, they can get to it. As soon as they get out the ranch, they can go into the beds over here, and all the production stuff is, like, it doesn't look the best. Yeah, I'm going to push this back, but I'm not too bothered about these because these are going to get changed with the new production ones once I've placed the new base. But yeah, it's just super simple. It's a super simple build, but it's super effective, and not only is things not going to get stuck, you have all the room in the world. Like, because say if you want to build a house and you want to build a base like I do, I don't like having to build a factory and then build my house away from the factory, and then the factory barely ever works. With this build, I can build my house here, I can build literally everything. From my house, I'm probably going to build like a little staircase that leads maybe down through there or something, or just down into the factory. And then from that, we've got the base, the breeding on top, sorry, and then we can just do whatever we want. So I'm really looking forward to fully finishing the build, building up my house and anything else. I'm not going to do that this episode because I want to like take my time with that, and you don't want to see my house build and stuff. You wanted to see an effective base. But just imagine on top of here like a nice little town of a few, like you can even do one huge house on top, which is not necessary but looks cool. And then like a little pub down here, like, you know, and a little hut for eggs. I think it's just going to be super simple, but also really effective. And from afar, like, it's going to look pretty cool. The fact that you can see a little staircase going up to the build and some stuff on top. And not only that, you can see inside, and then you'll be able to see the housing, which I'm going to put the housing at different levels. So like maybe a house down here, yeah, but then build up maybe like 1 or 2 floors and then go, and that's where my base is going to be. So yeah, let me know what you think about this build and anything you could think of that would be better. But honestly, I don't think you can, because there's just too much room, and obviously it uses up the entirety of the zone. So you can't really get more efficient than this. But just keep everything out to the sides is my main thing, because big things just get stuck all the time, and Yormantide is hopefully chilling there and not stuck. I have no idea why he would decide that that's a good place. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this is a good build or if you think it could be improved. But if you want to see me try and struggle through a hard mode Nuzlocke, check out the video on screen now. And if you enjoyed this one, drop a like on it, and I'll catch you in the next one.